Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So in this video we're going to be going over some more leaks in relation to this collab that we've got coming up with Monster Hunter. It actually validates a lot of the things that I thought were going to happen with this event. Really this event is a kind of good news, bad news situation. We'll talk over that in this. I'd like to know your comments down below, but let's go over this just now, right? So first of all, you can see here that I think it's A+ that have basically either leaked or deliberately put out some of this information, but we're going to get the collab coming on the 16th of March to the 29th of March, so it's going on for 2 weeks, right? New fighter GORE Magala joins the fight, so Ken, right? Ken's a fighter who is capable of dealing both single target and area damage. He belongs to the Inferno King faction, which gives your team a buff depending on the number of fighters belonging to that faction on your team, right? So Master, right? Master faction is what that basically means. It will just match whatever you've got on your team. GORE Magala Ken is a very aggressive fighter. His fighting type is balanced with a wild fighting style, which gives him attack plus 25% or plus 25 attack depending on your team composition. He can either be a primary or secondary damage dealing fighter. He could also be strong in PvP. Combo deals massive damage to a single target. Will be an excellent addition to your team. Right, standard stuff, right? So you can see a little bit of kind of PNG action, or GIF action should I say, of one of his skills here, which is just basically a shoulder barge, so like not very exciting to be completely honest. Could have showed you a better one. So you see here, whatever that says, will supply fighters with food and receive certain upgrades before challenging GORE Magala. Just like in Monster Hunter series where hunters consume food from the feline bistro before their mission, during the GORE Magala hunt it is recommended to select Ken for the event to receive damage buffs for your team. So that is pretty standard in games like this. Basically if you run Ken you're going to get more points, more rewards, things are going to become easier for you, okay? And you can see here that you're going to have like daily missions and you're going to have overall achievements for the event, right? So it's like you get these PCs, you can trade these PCs in at, we'll go back to that in a minute. I've already showed you this image before, right? But you can get these PCs, when you collect these PCs, you trade them in, a bit like the Taro event to be honest, and you can get different items. Now, here is where we kind of spin back around to probably what was the thumbnail of this video, which is you're going to end up getting a copy of Ken for free, right? Now that wasn't or isn't at all surprising to me, because like I said in my first video talking about potential leaks for this event is very cookie cutter, copy paste from a lot of different games, right? Where basically these little tokens that you can make wishes with, they're called Dragon's Tears, and if you get 10 of them you can make a wish, right? Or sorry, make 10 wishes, so you can do a multi. You can obviously see on the side there you've got a pity counter that if you get all the way up to 60 you are going to get a copy of Ken, right? Now what that will mean is when you do all the missions you're going to get 1.5 copies of Ken, because you can see here that you will have this, and with 30 more you'll be able to get another copy of Ken, right? So this is where it becomes a bit of a good news bad news situation. Without knowing, right, again I'm speculating here, and I need to speculate because I need to kind of base this on what other games have done that use this type of system, right? I do not expect you to get more than that for free, okay? Now you could get lucky, bear in mind you are going to likely be given 60 summons, right? So on the way to getting your guaranteed copy of Ken that you're probably going to get from missions, you could pick up another copy. In fact, you could be one of these crazy people who get really lucky and you could pick up more than one copy. You could pick up 2, 3, whatever. Seems doubtful, but you could, right? But most people won't. Most people will go to 60 and they'll get the guaranteed copy and they'll also get these puzzle pieces, right? So the good news, bad news situation is when you get to here, you're only 30 summons away from picking up another Ken, because when you get this puzzle piece that's sitting up here at 30, as you can see, 90 summons, you get 30, 2 of these go together, it gives you another guaranteed copy of the Ken, right? So once you've done that, it becomes a lot more, how do you say, tempting to summon, right? So I don't expect you to be able to get them for free, and based on what I can see from looking at this screen here, so if we look at this screen, it's showing you a lot of the new stuffs at the side. So you've got like your login rewards, you've got your Destiny Tarot, because that's running just now, so it'll still be running when we get this event dropping in 2 days time. You've got your cafe chef thing down there, chef restaurant. There's nothing there to suggest that you are going to be able to trade your coins or your gems for these dragon wishes. The only thing you might be able to do is maybe potentially there'll be like an energy system or something where you can maybe push for more achievements using your gems, and maybe you'll be able to get some dragon tears to make more wishes. But to be honest guys, genuinely, of all the games I've played with this system, you can't. You basically, if you complete all the missions, you will get enough to pity 1 copy of the unit, and if you're lucky, you might pick up some other copies along the way. Now the only thing that differs this game to some of the other ones I've played is they have a resetting pity counter. So for example, doing all the missions might give you like 120 summons, just for example, and you're guaranteed to get the unit on the 120th summon. But if you get the unit before then, that 120 resets. The difference here, it looks like this is more of a mileage style pity system, so if you were to pick up a copy of Ken, you're still going to get another one by doing the missions, right? So if you're a box collector, fantastic, you will get a copy of this unit, you'll probably be happy, and that's all you're going to need, because that's all box collectors want. They just want to have a copy of the unit to say, thank you very much, I played the game, I'll take my unit please. But if you're serious about playing this game and using the units, you will not get anywhere with this unit long term unless you have 8 copies. 8 additional copies, so 9 copies total, because that's what it's going to take to get this character to double S tier, which will allow you to unlock their fighting spirit. Now if you've watched my jury video I put out, or if you've watched my rose video I put out, I cannot stress to you guys strongly enough just how important that is. You need fighting spirits unlocked on your characters to be able to use them long term, okay? So if I could give you a piece of advice, this is just completely up to you whether you want to take it or not, it's completely your call. Unless you are willing to do enough summons on this banner to make sure you get yourself the 9 copies required to get this guy to double S tier, I wouldn't even bother summoning. That's just my opinion, because you could get lucky, right? Gacha's gacha, you could get lucky. However, you could quite easily go multiple summons and you don't get anything apart from chests giving you some cash, giving you some resources, giving you some break orbs. You could literally do that. This is very much like divination, but probably not as good a pool by the looks of things. I personally can tell you firsthand, people have a completely wrong idea about divination. They think it's like a guarantee you're going to get these units. You're not, totally not. I've done like 6, 7 in a row and I've got nothing apart from complete and utter trash. So you could quite easily do that here and just walk away with nothing, right? Easily you could walk away with nothing. So unless you're willing to do enough summons that you can guarantee yourself 8 copies, additional copies of this guy, you're probably better off skipping, to be honest, because as soon as you start making any kind of inroads in this game, he's just going to sit on your bench doing absolutely nothing, and who knows how long it's going to be before he becomes a more regular unit you can summon. And I don't really want to see people getting kind of downbeat about getting a couple of unit copies of the unit thinking, oh my god, fantastic, I got the new Ken. Then they progress past chapter 20 for example, and then they realise, oh crap, I can't even use this guy because he's just not cutting the mustard for me anymore. People like you are who I'm trying to protect with doing videos like this. I enjoy this game, however, I mean it is quite money hungry, to be honest. While if you're willing to take your time, if you're willing to slow roll it, it can be free to play friendly, and it is very slow rolling if you're going to do that. Things like limited time units though, they are probably not something you can really slow roll, so that's why I'm saying it's a good news, bad news situation. You'll get a copy, you can probably, as long as you can complete all the missions that is, you'll get a copy, you can mark the fact that you were here, but long term, are you going to be able to use the unit? Probably not, unless you spend money. So just be prepared for that. Don't let yourself be too let down. As I say, it looks as though chances are you probably will not be able to use diamonds, which again, I'm really not surprised by. I did say that before and people wanted to jump down my neck. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've been Hayzink. Hopefully this little sneak peek has been useful for you, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.